Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. So, when you're manifesting your specific person or anything else in your life that you feel in your heart and soul, you can trust what's in your heart and soul because the feeling in your heart and soul is pulling you. It's magnetizing you. Why? Because that already exists. In the past, years ago, I created a video where I was using a movie. If you've seen, like, if you have a favorite movie, like I used to love watching, I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but I used to absolutely love watching Twilight. I just loved the story between Bella and Edward because it was such a perfect mirror soul story. They deeply loved each other. Their love was incredibly powerful, intense, and when they would get close, Edward would get in his fear that somehow, because of who he wasn't good for Bella. So, anyway, and then they would part and all of that wonderful stuff. I would get very sensitive and emotional because I'm just a very deep feeling person. But even though I've watched all the series over and over and over again, I know at the end they end up together, but I'll still cry during the scenes, watching the scenes where, because I know how she feels and that's a visceral feeling. Just because I feel that visceral feeling, it doesn't mean that they're not going to end up together. And it's kind of the same with you. I'm not saying for you to stay in your fear and doubt and your limiting beliefs and to keep ruminating and dwelling in your pain. That's not what I'm trying to verbalize. What I'm trying to say is, the end of the movie. It's just a middle scene. It's okay if you cry. It's okay if you get triggered. But just remember, I know this is done. I know the end exists. I know, and then you go back to the end of the movie. Stay dominantly in the end that you and your mirror soul, your specific person, are happy together. The love that you share between the two of you guys is deeper and more profound than anything either one of you have ever experienced in your life. It flows, it's easy, you're happy. You may get into painful situations with each other. Life still is going to have challenges. You're still going to be triggered. They're still going to get triggered. But you guys have tools now and you're able to end up seeing eye to eye. No matter what challenges, you face them together. You communicate with love, kindness, and respect, even if one or both of you are triggered. That's kind of the mindset. Sorry, I went on and on. That must be for somebody. Because you already know that you guys end up together, you don't have to dwell in the fear anymore, and you don't have to seek outside of yourself when you are wavering a little bit. Sometimes if you are consistently staying in the middle, there's version, there are infinite versions, but say there's version 1.0 of you and version 2.0. 1.0 is the old version of you. 1.5 is the middle. 2.0 is that you guys are together. A lot of times people are actually manifesting from their old version or from the middle version, and they're not at all allowing themselves to experience the end. You're not allowing yourself to experience the end. And so sometimes somebody's mirror soul or specific person will come back, and the first sign of everything not being fully solidified, the person freaks out and then they lose all control of themselves and they go way back into their old version again. That's why it's really important for you to trust that you and your person are one. You are consciousness. You intentionally chose this human experience. You can call that whatever you'd like, but that all your life you didn't realize what life actually was. So think about this: day after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year of you growing up, you were unconscious. You didn't realize who you were and what reality was. So all of these years, consistently, technically speaking, you were already doing SATs. You were already imagining worst case scenarios and sometimes maybe best case scenarios. You were already affirming because we have, I don't know how many, I don't even know at this point. I don't think we'll ever know. But I think what, 90,000 thoughts a day, if not more, millions of bits of information coming into. So, in other words, you have technically always been doing quote unquote the inner work because you've always been allowing your mirror, your reality, which is always reflecting who you are. You've always been allowing everyone and everything and all of your experiences to literally control you and shape you. But you can't continue to be a slave to your old version and your old experiences because you didn't realize that you were being shaped, and you didn't realize that you actually have control over yourself. You have control over your thoughts. You have control over your beliefs. Okay. So you have to conform to what's in your heart and soul and not to the experience of the circumstance that you had with your specific person. So affirm down below, I've received this message. I trust and understand that my life is always reflecting me back to me, and I choose our love now. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.